In our constituency, as I already stated, we are peri-urban, but when you go inside deep in the constituency, it's not uncommon for you to find rivers that one cannot cross. You've got places like Chipeni, Mwase, Choyo, Chingira, Chambala, Ndondwe, and Njovu, where it is very difficult for people to connect from one area of the constituency or one village to the other. And further to that, there are also laws that were required to be upgraded to bitumen standards. This includes the road from Chuzira through Kangoma up to Chimbalanga in Nkoma. This road is going to improve transport for our farmers. As you might know, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the people in the constituency are farmers. So this road is very important, and adding to that, we also seek the upgrading of the road from Kanyoni through Kalumba to going towards bypass. And as I earlier stated, this road is also going to be beneficial to our farmers in the constituency. The other issue that I'd like to address you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, is on youth empowerment. In our constituency, as in most constituencies, you realize that most people, the youth, the population of the youth far much exceed that of other people. But most of our youth are suffering from unemployment, and as a result, they are unable to maximize their potential as citizens of this country. We therefore invite the government to do meaningful investment in our youth through, amongst others, investment in agriculture so that our farmers can move from subsistence farming into commercial farming, as well as the training of our local miners who are doing mining illegally, but these require that they should be empowered by the government. And also, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, the youth in our constituency are calling upon the government to reduce fees in the university. As you might know, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, the fees have been increased, and most of the youth coming from my constituency who are talented and who have been selected to the university are unable to pay these fees. In conclusion, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, you're going to realize that the issues that I've highlighted here can be addressed if there's a timely funding of the timely disbursement of the CDF funds. In our constituency, most of the developments have stalled because the CDF funds in the March 35 billion have not yet started trickling down. So if the government is able to disburse these funds, we're going to be able to make meaningful improvements in the areas that we have stated. And Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, the people of Lilongwe Central constituency are inviting the government to assist them in investing in areas which are very productive, which are going to uplift their lives, so that they should not be people who are dependent. And as I already stated, the people in Lilongwe Central constituency are very hardworking farmers, but oftentimes are frustrated by the inefficiencies which are most of the times mar the delivery of the public services. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, on behalf of the people of Lilongwe Central constituency, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to deliver this, my maiden constituency statement. Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honourable Member, thank you very much. Please switch off your microphone. And you've delivered your statement at exactly 10 minutes, which is very, very recommendable. The next honourable member to present their statement is the honourable member for Mwanza Central. Mwanza Central, request for a microphone, because now you have the floor. Before you, Mwanza Central, we have a point of order from the honorable member for Deza Kasina.
Good afternoon, First Speaker. I'm following the thing, but I'm surprised. It seems there is a caucus there. One of members for Zomba Center and Chol Center is now moving. The Zomba City South is not on there. He's not on his seat. Is there a caucus here so that we can give them time? We can go for a break and they finish the caucus here.
Honorable member, thank you very much for showing me. The honorable member for Zomba City North seems to be the leader of the backbencher on that position. As you know, government is a serious business, and he might be moving around to make sure government business is carried through. So now, member, I rule you out of order for insinuating that there is a caucus. Well, there's no caucus happening here. Honour member for Mwanza Central, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for giving Mwanza Central an opportunity to make and present a constituency statement. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I rise to present a constituency statement on the state of education, roads, health, agriculture, transport, and public works in Mwanza Central constituency. Mwanza Central is a strategic border constituency, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, with enormous potential to contribute to Malawi's economic transformation. Our people are hardworking and productive, but this potential continues to be constrained by inadequate infrastructure, insufficient public investment, and limited support services. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I therefore wish to bring the following matters to the attention of this Honorable House and relevant ministries. Education. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, as we all know, education is the foundation of national development. Unfortunately, over the past years, Mwanza district has consistently ranked among the lowest performing districts in both Malawi School Certificate of Education and Junior Certificate Education, and this trend, I believe, must be reversed. Our vision is to see Mwanza ranked among the top 10 performing districts within the next 5 years. Achieving this goal will require deliberate intervention from Ministry of Education. The major challenge, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, affecting Mwanza include high teacher-pupil ratio, which lead to reduced quality of instructions, a shortage of teacher houses, forcing many teachers to walk long distances to their schools and begin lessons already exhausted. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, we have schools such as Choti, which is about 9 kilometers from Mwanza Boma, but due to shortage of teachers' houses, teachers reside at the Boma and go to the schools each and every day. Pupils, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, walk several kilometers every day to access schools in some villages, resulting in fatigue, absenteeism, and poor academic performance. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, inadequate classrooms, sanitation facilities, furniture, teaching and learning materials is also one of the areas affecting performance in Mwanza district, mainly in Mwanza Central constituency. I therefore appeal to the Honorable Minister of Education to prioritize Mwanza in the recruitment and deployment of additional teachers, as we will be prioritizing construction of teachers' houses and classrooms using the CDF. Investing in education today will transform the future of our district as well as our nation. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me also talk a bit on road infrastructure. Road infrastructure remains one of the greatest barriers in economic growth in Mwanza. The Kunene-Kude Road is not merely a local road, it is an economic corridor, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. Communities from Kunene-Kude, Chipondeni, Ziaya, Kanduku produce substantial quantities of sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, maize, beans, and tangerines. These communities supply a significant proportion of agricultural produce consumed in Blantyre, Lilongwe, and other districts in the southern region. However, because of poor state of this road, farmers incur high transportation costs, suffer significant post-harvest losses, and struggle to access profitable markets. If rehabilitated and upgraded, this road would unlock agricultural production, improve households' incomes, and strengthen national food security. We have villages like Chipondeni, Nkwichi, Donkeni, and Ziaya. These villages, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, has a lot of arable land, and just to assure you that people in these villages are hardworking. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the Michiru-Ngadziwe-Njiromora Road is equally important. If it passes through Ngadziwe, Tronkondo, and Tambala, which are among the country's major producers of pigeon peas, one of Malawi's important export crops. This road also has significant strategic value. It provides a shorter route to Chikwawa and the Lower Shire, and has the potential to become a gateway to the Lower Shire Valley and the Majete Wildlife Reserve. Tourists traveling by road from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, and Eswatini could conveniently use this route to access one of Malawi's premier tourism destinations. Rehabilitating these roads would therefore promote agriculture, tourism, regional trade, and national economic development. I therefore urge government to prioritize these strategic road projects. Health is also one area that is facing a lot of challenges. As you know, Mwanza district occupies a unique position within our health system. As a border district, the health services, the health facilities do not only save Malawians, they also save people from Mozambique. This means that the district hospital serves a population much larger than the official district population used in determining budget allocations. Consequently, the current funding is inadequate to meet the actual demand for healthy services. I therefore appeal to the Honorable Minister of Health to review the resource allocation formula for Mwanza District Hospital so that funding reflects the real patient population and workload. Another challenge concerns the delivery of medicines to remote healthy facilities such as Kunene-Kude and Tulonkondo health centers. Due to inadequate operational funding, medicines are sometimes delivered late, leading to avoidable stockouts and compromising patient care. To address this challenge, we are planning to introduce drones to transport medicines from Mwanza District Hospital to the remote healthy facilities. This innovation approach will reduce delivery costs, improve efficiency, ensure timely availability of essential medicines, and ultimately save lives.
Honour member, you
I therefore call
you have less than 2 minutes, so consider.
I therefore call upon the Minister of Health and Development partners to support the initiative as a pilot project that could later be replicated in other remote parts of Malawi. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, agriculture is the backbone of Mwanza Central constituency. We are blessed with fertile soils, favorable climate conditions, and hardworking farmers. With the right support, Mwanza has the potential to feed a substantial part of the southern region and contribute significantly to Malawi's food security. However, our farmers need improved extension services, access to modern farming technologies, irrigation, quality seed, and continuous training to increase productivity. We also have enormous potential in wheat and cotton production. Unfortunately, many farmers have abandoned these crops because of unreliable markets. Government intervention in developing sustainable markets and value chains is urgently needed. In addition, Mwanza has excellent condition of citrus production. If government invests commercial citrus farming and fruit processing industries, Malawi can significantly reduce the importation of fruit juices, create employment opportunities, generate export earnings, and stimulate rural industrialization. Mwanza is truly a low-hanging fruit for agriculture transformation. Strategic investment in our farmers will produce national benefits. In conclusion, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me just say something about transport and public works. Transport infrastructure is the engine that drives economic growth. Roads connect farmers to markets, children to schools, patients to hospitals, and businesses to opportunities. I therefore appeal to the ministry responsible for transport and public works to prioritize infrastructure development in Mwanza Central, particularly strategic roads that support agriculture, tourism, trade, and cross-border commerce. Investing in transport infrastructure in Mwanza will not only benefit our constituency, but will strengthen regional integration and contribute to the national economic development. The issues I have raised today are not unique to Mwanza, but because Mwanza is a strategic border district, addressing them will generate benefits that extend far beyond our constituency. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, investment in education will improve human capital. Better roads will unlock agriculture production.
With these few remarks, promoting tourism, facilitate trade, and I therefore respectively urge the relevant ministries to give favorable consideration on these priorities. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. I submit. Thank you. We see the leader of backbencher, government side rising, and
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for according the floor to the people of Zomba City North. Today being a private members' day, I would like to put forth a motion waiving all relevant standing orders to give the day to government so that they tackle government business. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I beg to move.
Honour members, I have a motion on the floor. The motion coming from the leader of backbencher government side is to waive all relevant standing orders to allow us to give business to government, for government to tackle its business. Those of the opinion say aye. Aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried. Leader, Deputy Leader. The floor, sir.
Good afternoon, First Deputy Speaker, sir. I rise now to invite the Honorable Minister of Natural Resources to speak on the supplementary paper which is on the table, Government Business 3.
Thank you very much, Deputy Leader, and indeed, good afternoon. Welcome to Parliament.
Thank you.
It's good to see you here, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Honour members, we have a question. The question on the floor is to request this House that we waive all relevant standing orders for us. There's a motion. You cannot stop a motion. Honourable member, for this Morundun, there will always be three presiding officer in a sitting of Parliament. And the first one is the Right Honourable Speaker, and myself, and the second Deputy Speaker. The three of us can confer, plus Secretariat, to decide what business, how we move the motions. Let me move a motion. Honour members, I therefore move a motion, as moved by the Deputy Leader of the House, that we waive all relevant standing orders to concentrate on business item on the supplementary order paper. Those that of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Table.
Government business. Ministerial statement. The Honourable Minister of Natural Resources to present a statement on the environmental and social impact assessment review process for the proposed Molaro granular fertilizer production factory in Inchemera, Dowa District.
Thank you. Before the Minister, I see there's a point of order from the Leader of Opposition. You have the floor, sir.
Good afternoon, First Deputy Speaker. I stand not to destabilize the Honourable Minister, but rather to get some guidance and clarity. Yesterday, First Deputy Speaker, there was a ruling that was made by the Speaker regarding the constitution of a joint committee that would actually look into this very same matters. So what I wanted, that is according to Standing Order 154, First Deputy Speaker. I wanted to get your guidance in terms of is the statement trying to override the ruling that was done yesterday, or it is going to cement so that probably the committee to be constituted will also be getting some kind of guidance. So First Deputy Speaker, I submit.
Thank you very much. Leader of Opposition, Honour members, let's have order. Let me guide the House. The ruling from the Right Honourable Speaker, as made yesterday, was indeed final. And what he ruled yesterday, it has started being implemented already. So he requested that the leaders of the three committees should see the Speaker. That has already started to roll. And the Leader of Opposition, you are presenting an issue in anticipation. Government is bringing in business. We seriously don't know what they'll be bringing, and we cannot anticipate. But business can come from the government, and on a private member's day from private member. As we stand, government has business to communicate to Malawians, and as Parliament, we have processed that business, and will allow government business to be carried the way it is. As your referee and presiding officer seated here have no powers whatsoever to stop business coming from government, because this is their time and it's their day. We have given it to them. I stand with government to proceed with that statement, and I don't think there will be cementing, or this is a completely new business that they are bringing in to the House. Leader of Opposition, I just wanted to clarify that, and that's my ruling. Thank you very much. I therefore rule. Let me recognize the Honorable Minister of Natural Resources to proceed and deliver the statement from the dispatch desk. Thank you.
First Deputy Speaker, I rise to make a ministerial statement regarding the matter concerning the proposed Mulalo Granular Fertilizer Production Factory in Njemera, Dowa District, which has been the subject of deliberations in this Honorable House. At the outset, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me state that my ministry fully respects the ruling from the chair, which established an ad hoc committee to inquire into this matter. We welcome the decision and stand ready to cooperate fully by providing all documentation, correspondence, timelines, and technical information that the committee may require. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, while the original question was directed to the Ministry of Agriculture because it concerned fertilizer production, I considered it important as the minister responsible for Malawi Environmental Protection Authority, MEPA, to place on record the statutory law of the authority and clarify certain issues that arose during the debate. My intention is not to preempt the findings of the committee, but to rather assist this Honorable House in appreciating the legal and technical framework within which MEPA exercises its statutory mandate. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, this government remains fully committed to industrialization, value addition, agricultural transformation, etc., etc. The establishment of a fertilizer manufacturing plant represents an important investment within the potential to reduce import dependence, create employment, promote value addition, and strengthen national food security. However, every development project, regardless of its economic importance, must comply with the provisions of the Environmental Management Act before implementation. Environmental clearance, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, is therefore not a political decision. It is a legal and technical process undertaken by an independent regulator whose responsibility is to ensure that development proceeds without compromising public health, environmental sustainability, and the rights and livelihoods of surrounding communities. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to place the chronological order of events as they have been submitted to my ministry by MEPA. The project brief for the proposed project was received on 24th March 2025, which is a time that the government was being run by MCP. The authority reviewed the submission promptly and issued its comments on 26th March, which again is MCP time, and the developer collected those comments on 1st April 2025, MCP time again. The preliminary environmental and social impact assessment report was subsequently submitted on 2nd July 2025. Following editorial and preliminary technical review, MEPA communicated comprehensive comments to the developer before the end of July 2025. Those comments identified several issues that required attention before the report could fully proceed to the formal technical review stage. They included inadequate assessment of hazardous waste and wastewater management, weakness in occupational health and safety measures, deficiencies in project design and site layout, inadequate stakeholder consultations, and outstanding land ownership documentation. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, it is important that this Honorable House appreciates where the delay occurred. The records clearly show that from the end of July 2025 until March 2026, a period of approximately 9 months, the developer did not submit the revised Asia report to MEPA. Without a revised submission, the authority could not legally proceed with the statutory technical review because there simply was no report before it for assessment. The revised report was eventually submitted 2 months ago, which is March 2026, after the developer had addressed outstanding submission requirements, including payment of the prescribed gazetted Asia fees. Immediately upon receiving a complete submission, MEPA commenced the formal technical review in accordance with the Environmental Management Act and its service charter. The technical review was completed in May 2026, well within the prescribed 60 working days applicable to complete Asia submissions. The documented chronology therefore demonstrates that MEPA processed every submission pressed before it within the prescribed timelines. The principal delay in this matter arose because the developer had not submitted the revised Asia report required for the review process to continue. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, it is equally important for this Honorable House to appreciate the nature of the concerns raised during the technical review. These, First Deputy Speaker, were not merely editorial comments, they were critical environmental, public health and safety issues associated with fertilizer manufacturing that Parliament expects MEPA to scrutinize before any approval can be granted. The proposed manufacturing process involved hazardous materials and byproducts, including acid residues, contaminated sludge, and phosphogypsum and industrial wastewater. The preliminary Asia report did not adequately demonstrate how these hazardous materials would be quantified, treated, stored, transported, monitored, or safely disposed of. It also lacked adequate emergency response measures for chemical spills and industrial accidents. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the technical review further identified concerns regarding the use of corrosive chemicals in the manufacturing process, the management of phosphogypsum, a highly acidic byproduct that may contain heavy metals and naturally occurring radioactive materials. Had these issues not been adequately addressed before approval, they had the potential to expose surrounding communities and downstream users to serious environmental and public health risks. The technical advice before my ministry indicates that improper management of such hazardous chemical waste could result in contamination capable of causing cancer, kidney and liver damage, reproductive disorders. So, Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the whole community surrounding this plant was at the risk of failing to produce children in future. The entire community, no children. There was also risk of failure of other vital organs and in extreme circumstances, loss of life. There was a threat of the community failing to produce children. Yes. First Deputy Speaker, these are precisely the matters that Parliament intended MEPA to examine when this House enacted the Environmental Management Act. Environmental regulation, First Deputy Speaker, is therefore not intended to frustrate investment. It is intended to ensure that the development proceeds safely, responsibly, and in a manner that protects the lives and health of Malawians. Had MEPA ignored these deficiencies or granted approval without requiring corrective measures, the authority would have failed in its statutory duty and exposed government to legitimate criticism for neglecting its constitutional obligation to protect the environment and health of our citizens. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I also wish to inform this Honorable House that the developer has subsequently submitted a further revised ESHA report on 17th June 2026. Following the review, the Technical Committee of MEPA Board met on 22nd June 2026 and was satisfied with the principal environmental and technical concerns previously raised and had been adequately addressed. The committee therefore referred the matter to MEPA Board for consideration in accordance with the law. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, government does not believe that economic development and environmental protection are competing objectives. We believe that they are complementary pillars of sustainable national development. We want industries, we want investment, we want jobs, but we also want industries to operate responsibly, protect communities, safeguard our rivers and natural resources, and comply with the laws enacted by this Parliament. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, the evidence before my ministry demonstrates that MEPA did not delay this project. The authority acted within its statutory timelines whenever the developer submitted the required documentation. The prolonged period between July 2025 to March 2026 resulted from the developer's failure to submit a revised ESHA report addressing the environmental and public safety concerns identified during the preliminary review. Once the revised report was submitted, MEPA completed its review within the prescribed service charter before forwarding the matter to the board. Finally, First Deputy Speaker, my ministry will cooperate fully with the ad hoc committee established by this Honorable House. We shall avail all relevant records, correspondence, timelines, and technical information required to enable the committee to discharge its mandate objectively, independently, and transparently. It is our sincere hope that the committee's work will provide this House and the nation at large with a comprehensive, factual, and balanced account of the issues under consideration. I so submit, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for the report ably presented to the House this afternoon.
This.
You, honor members, order. Order, honor members. Let's all resume our seats. Honor members, let's resume our seats. Let's resume our seats. Honorable Minister of Sports, welcome to the House. Honorable Minister of Sports, welcome to the House. It's good to see you. Thank you. Honourable members, as guided by all standing orders, I will seek members that will need clarification, would like to ask questions to the Honourable Minister. I will give that opportunity now for the questions, or you want to seek clarification. Honourable Minister, you seem to have hit the nail at the right position, because the House seems to be acquainted with what you have presented, and the House looks to be okay and happy, and there's no one willing to seek clarification. For the first time, a big hand of applause to you, Honourable Minister, for the job well done and for representing government well. Honourable Member, where are you rising? Honourable Member for Mzimba South, where are you rising, sir?
Yeah, through you, First Deputy Speaker, I wanted us to proceed. We have got a very critical question, understanding Order 14 by Mzimba Southwest. I don't know if the Minister of Transport is ready, and also if... So I wanted to ask if government can take it back to private so that at least we can exhaust that question. It's very critical. It concerns the road, Dingeni, Bangweni, Mzimba Road, Manyamura Road. So it's very critical that that question is a national interest. It's national interest, and then it has to be exhausted. And it's private members there.
Thank you, Honourable Member. I will ask for the indulgence of government. As it stands now, private members already submitted this day to government. So if government has business, if government has no business, can I recommend government's opinion on the issues that have been raised, that we can tackle private members' business if you move it back? Leader?
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. We do have a response on one item from the people of Mzimba West. No, Mzimba Southwest.
Southwest.
It's Mzimba West. The response is ready. For Mzimba Southwest, the response is not yet ready. We're still waiting. So we will allow the member from Mzimba West to ask the question. The minister responsible is ready with the response. So we have business, First Deputy Speaker. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Leader. If you can see, this, although it is government business, is managed under general business. Can we please request your office to move a motion so that we move to general business? Thank you.
First Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that the order paper be varied in order for us to tackle general business. Item C, matters of urgent public importance, understanding order 14. The honorable member from Mzimba West to raise that matter. I beg to move.
Thank you, Leader. Honourable members, we have a motion on the floor. The motion is for us to vary the order paper to concentrate on business number 2C, general business, item number 1. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried.
General business, item 2C, matter of urgent public importance under Standing Order 14.
Thank you. Honourable member for Mzimba West, you have the floor, sir. Under Standing Order 14.
Honorable First Deputy Speaker, thank you very much for according the floor to the people of Mzimba West. Indeed, First Deputy Speaker, it was on the morning of 30th June 2026 that I was first informed of the death of one Mary Punde in GVH Chinombo in TM Perembe. As I was heading to the funeral and as I was in the company of the in charge of Perembe Police Unit, instead of getting to the place where we were first invited, we had to be diverted to another, where there was another suicide case on top of the one that we had initially set off to get to. As if this was not enough, First Deputy Speaker, whilst at the burial of Mary Punde, we also learned of 2 other suicide cases within the same Inkosana. Right, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, this is a matter of great concern from the people of Mzimba West. Whilst the reasons that have so far been cited would be varying, nevertheless, these are lives lost and the trend seems to be continuing. It looks like a race somehow, where upon learning from one another, then the other does the same. First Deputy Speaker, this is the more reason the people of Mzimba West are seeking the intervention of the ministry responsible for gender and social welfare to support us in raising the awareness to address the underlying causes of these rising cases of suicide cases. First Deputy Speaker, I have only managed to put forward here the 4 cases that happened within 48 hours, and yet in the past 6 months, these deaths count to more than 10. What is more concerning for us is that we do not seem to be learning. The cases are casually handled. The funeral ceremonies are normal, and the intervention of the police is limited. We therefore, as earlier put, First Deputy Speaker, would want to seek the intervention of the relevant ministry to support us with sensitization on the dangers of this through the awareness, but also the psychosocial support. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much for raising such an important issue. Honour members, I hope we have followed and listened to the submission by the member from Mzimba West. As you read the standing order that has been used, what is following from there is for the House to participate in debate. So we have 5 minutes. The I would first recognize the honour member for Mulanje. There's Lilongwe Msinja and Mulanje Southeast. Because we are, honour members, you can refer to Standing Order 14.1. Matter of urgent public importance. Any member may, after question time, rise in his or her place and seek leave to move the adjournment of the Assembly for the purpose of discussing different matter of urgent public importance. So we have just done that now. And the members have recognized will participate in the debate of that matter that has been risen from the honorable member from Mzimba West. Msinja South, and then Mulanje Southeast.
First Deputy Speaker, the issue before us is a very important issue, but we need to discuss reasons as to why we are having a lot of issues to many constituencies, including Lilongwe Msinja South. When we sober and approach to these issues, you are going to realize that the main is the story of the economic hardships. When you talk to a farmer from Kasungu, Lilongwe, and Deta, who grew tobacco and went to the market, and at the end of the day, the prices are low, they end up committing suicide because what the farmer is thinking is, number one, how are we going to pay the loans? Number two, right, Honorable Speaker, we need to be too honest with issues before us. Most of the issues that our people are saying are issues of the economic hardships when they look at their salaries at the end of the month and the expectation before them is too much. At the end of the day, people are deciding to commit suicide. As we sit in this national dialogue table, we need to approach to issues with honesty, and we need to see issues of taxes to our civil servants, and when they go home and talk to their wives, at the end of the day, a father is unable to pay school fees, a father is unable to pay rentals. We need, honestly, as a national dialogue table, to discuss issues of the economic hardships. Right, Honorable Speaker, the first, I'm talking about my constituency and relate well with my colleague from Mzimba to say time has come to look at as to why many young people are committing suicide when they have graduated from the University of Malawi and stay home 3 or 4 years without job opportunities. Those are the things that we need to be discussing in this national dialogue table. Honorable Speaker, I think as we sit here and discuss, relate, and have a discussion with the honorable members and ministers from the government, we need honestly to say time has come where the national dialogue table can discuss the many problems that people are facing out there. When everything is said and done, the issue is about economic hardships. I hope as I sit down, a teacher listening will say, I think you are right, looking at how much I'm earning at the month and the expectation I'm facing. I think we need to discuss a reality to say time has come to raise the salaries for the civil servants because we are going to have a lot of suicides going forward. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving our people of Longwesia South an opportunity to say time has come to look at the problems that people are facing, and everything we can say in this national dialogue table are issues about how the economy is now. Running the government is running the economy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. There's a point of order from the Minister of Local Government. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Is it in order for the Speaker who just resumed his seat to present to the public as if the only cause of suicide is low salary? I sit in the world leaders on mental health, and there are so many attributes to suicides than the salaries. So when putting it and then you present it as if it is only low salaries, I think it, Honorable Speaker, it may be a misrepresentation of facts, but probably to put it as one of the, and not necessarily to really cage it as if low salaries are the ones that are causing people to cause thing. I thought we should put records straight. There are other people that are committing suicide because of marital challenges. There are others that are having suicides because of deaths and so many other reasons. So, yes. So, let's put facts straight. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honourable Minister, for putting the record straight. Honourable members, thank you very much. It is 15:38. I will first suspend for a health break, and then when we resume, those that were identified to speak, including the Minister of Gender, the MCP Deputy Whip, and Mchinji Northeast, will be given an opportunity to contribute after the health break. The House will resume sitting at 16:08. House suspended.